The main event is kicking into motion. From Toyota Center in Houston, the Raptors taking on the Rockets. For the Raptors, they're right in the thick of the playoff hunt. Fifth best win percentage right now in the East. One of the best teams this league has to offer. Rockets, Raptors is next, and we'll be right back. Welcome, everyone, to Noche Enavina. A Latin theme is the backdrop to tonight's festivities. Kevin Harlan here alongside Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. Chance now to take a look at some of the steal numbers over the scope of the last few months for Alperen Şengün.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Perimeter pairing, Barrett and Ingram. The post pairing, Barnes playing alongside Pirtle. And it's quickly in at the point. And for the Rockets, Smith and Şengün make up the 4 and the 5. Thompson is out there with Tari Eason. And it's Durant in at the 3 slot. So Greg, tonight is night 2 of the back-to-back. These can't be easy to play in.
Yeah, this is a test of will and really of conditioning as well. I expect there to be some big swings tonight. Should be a fun one.
Boy, Scotty Barnes, the complete package. Nice interior finish there.
And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Smith outside. Out to Thompson. Shot clock at 5. For the 3. And there's KD. That's good on the assist by Thompson. KD's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Rockets. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Ime Udoka. I asked him about Brandon Ingram and the challenges that he presents, and he said to me he is a tremendous scorer with impressive range. Not only that, he's extremely clever at creating scoring opportunities for himself. We got to crowd his space whenever we can. We'll see how aggressive the defense is against him tonight. Back over to you, Kevin.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you.
Great timing and a really good read there from Şengün. Spaces the floor and is rewarded.
His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now, here is Smith. 17 points in his last outing. Thompson sets the pick for KD. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, this is what you call hitting the ground running. 4 shots taken, 4 shots made.
The Rockets shooting their first free throw this game.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
Free throw drops for KD. And you look at these Rockets, Greg, pretty fearsome on the defensive end.
I mean, great length and athleticism on the wings and a defensive-minded coach in Ime Udoka. They'll make you work for it, no doubt about it.
Rockets have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Smith on the wing. Back to Durant. From the wing. And Pirtle pulls it down.
That was their first miss of the game. 4 for 5 right now. What a good start.
Rockets leading by 7. Right side, Kevin Durant. Pass to Şengün. Lays it up off the glass.
And the story here, Kevin, early on, is how well they've shot the basketball.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. I want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, in that game, I thought they took advantage of some sloppy play, but give them credit. They turned mistakes into points.
Well, you have to capitalize when your opponent has miscues. Give this team some credit. Every time that opponent turned it over, they capitalized.
As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Toronto. They've done well enough to be in 5th place in the conference so far.
And seeing where the Raptors are, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm sure they're not satisfied just being near the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push as this season winds down.
Now here's Ingram. An 11-point game for him in the win against Dallas. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Durant against Pirtle. And Şengün throws it down.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam. And here are the Raptors now. The Rockets making the shot. Ingram attacking. Nobody near Barnes. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Barnes has got 7 points in the game. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. They're leading by 8. Last time they met was in Toronto, where they beat the Raptors.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
I think there was no question they brought a level of physicality along with a tremendous work ethic, and it was why they were successful. Boy, bringing tremendous energy right now, and his teammates are absolutely feeding off it.
Quickly with it. He had 10 points in the win against Dallas.
And even while he was piling up all those points, he still found a way to create chances for his teammates. The assists just kept on coming.
Now Thompson, following the three-point attempt by Scotty Barnes. A nice shot by KD.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Here's Thompson. 23 points for him the last game against San Antonio.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Now, here's Thompson. Still yet to score. KD, that's for 2. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's ready to talk things through with them. Checked in for the Rockets. The Raptors making a switch here. With a break in the action, let's take a peek at the real stats, real scores from the real NBA and the top rebounding teams in the league this season. The Rockets, number 1.
They are tenacious when it comes to attacking the backboard. Physical, smart, and determined. No surprise to see them at the top of the rankings.
Now, here's Barrett. He's coming off a 31-point game against Dallas.
And working away from the ball, Ingram thrives in the catch and shoot. A player you have to stay connected to on defense.
And Doris, what you love about Brandon Ingram, he's the total package.
He is, Kevin, because he's got incredible size, great shot-making ability. He's a 3-level scorer, and you can mix his matchup on the defensive end.
And here is Ingram after the three-pointer from KD. Ingram passes to Barnes. Out to Ingram. Fires the 3. Here's Murray Boyle. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here's Thompson. Hasn't made one yet. Back to Durant. Shoots over Ingram, and it's Houston with another.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Barrett kicks to Barnes. Three-pointer. And it's Durant with the rebound.
Credit the defense right there. They have not allowed this guy to get going at all in this period.
In the corner, Smith with it. Thompson outside. Trying to find Şengün. He gets it to him. Lets it go with the three. They get the rebound. Thompson outside. Lobbed up there for KD. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Barnes, and the dunk by Barnes.
Boy, very typical of Scotty Barnes, right? Get out into transition and get a bucket for your team.
KD against Ingram. Out to Thompson. Holiday with the three. Left side Durant. Shoots over Ingram. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
Boy, most part, when they have gone through him, he has delivered.
Outside Barrett. Pass to Murray Boyle. The three from Barnes. Şengün with the rebound.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Now here's Thompson. Scoreless thus far. 6 to shoot. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. No good with the triple. Raptors trail by 14. Puts the move on. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Oh, an aggressive take from Ingram inside, earning the whistle in the process.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Rockets.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting. At a high clip.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Mamu Kelishvili is checked in, and it's Walter in for Barrett.
Been battling injuries off and on throughout the years. Ingram is a major difference maker when healthy.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
The Rockets have brought in the right veterans. Coach Ime Udoka said, quote, their approach rubbed off on our entire team. We can only teach so much, but you have to have guys that have carved out their niche in the league with that edge and that defensive mentality. It was invaluable for our team. Back over to you, Kevin.
You know, they've got that grit. Thank you, Allie. And he knocks down the first one. Grady Diggs. Checked in for Toronto. And so Thompson nails both of them. Raptors trail by 14. Pass to Murray Boyle. Here's shed. Now Dick launches a three. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Dick against KD. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 7th assist here tonight. Endorse the Raptors. It would seem further ahead defensively than they are at the offensive end.
Kevin, it's an organization that historically looks for size. They have a lot of length and athleticism. The ability to force turnovers and be disruptive is something they identify, and then they want to push in transition. They're actually an entertaining group.
Now here's Durant. 23 points for him the last game against San Antonio. Clock is at 3. Jacks up a 3. That shot off. Raptors trail by 16. Here's Walter. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And all the attention goes to Dick's jump shot, but he's a willing passer as well.
Pass to Thompson. Durant in the corner. Outside Holiday. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Dick.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Driving inside. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
Boy, a turnover like that will have a coach just staring at his shoes, biting his tongue.
And Toronto making a change here. Quickly is checked in. Durant down low. Dick defending.
Kevin Durant just lighting up the stat sheet right now. He's in a rhythm, and that's trouble.
Quickly against Holiday. Pass to Dick. There's the 3. Rebound by Smith.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Quickly against Holiday. Thompson in the corner. And the 3 ball is good. Thompson's got 5 now.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Almond will blow right by you.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Houston Rockets. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. And we'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vámonos. Quite a position here for the Rockets to be in. What do you think, guys?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
And so quickly, we'll bring it up for Toronto. Trailing by 19. So for Toronto right now, we've got Walter. To Emmanuel quickly out there. And Murray Boyles in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's Eason. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. Pass to Finney-Smith from the arc. It's rebounded by Quickly. Raptors shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Dick can't get it to go.
Boy, maybe nothing more important than what just happened. Protecting the rim without fouling.
Thompson passes to Finney-Smith. KD on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. And finished off by KD.
Boy, how about the finish by Kevin Durant? Just gets up with such ease.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Pass to Murray Boyle. It's stolen by Eason. Jumps up, and the dunk by Eason.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Here's Walter. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Here's Murray Boyle. Clock at 6. Pass to Dick. Here's the three. And that one's good. Mamu Kalashvili. Mamu Kalashvili has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And he lobs it up toward the rim. It's intercepted. Now the Raptors moving it up. Finished off the break. Mamu Kalashvili has got his second basket of the night.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Now here's Durant.
Well, this is exactly how you want to attack the defense. Kevin Durant accepting the punishment, but refuses to be denied.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. You look at the Rockets. They've had a great season and will look to extend that into the playoffs.
And you know, Houston, they've remained right there kind of in the middle of the playoff race, but we're so used to seeing this team be at the top of the heap. They have to be a little bit disappointed.
Here's Mamu Kalashvili. He's coming off a 13-point game against Dallas.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game. And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Here's Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
Boy, how about the quick decision-making of KD? What a fabulous job he does sifting through the defense and putting the pass on target.
Greg, you look at Alperen Şengün. He's one of the best combinations of force and finesse in the NBA.
And you wonder how he fell to the 16th pick in the 2021 draft. You saw the numbers he was putting up as a 19-year-old in Turkey. Pretty clear he should have gone higher.
And the Raptors making a change here. Battles checked in. Murray bowls. And the Raptors miss again. Houston leading by 22. Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to KD. Going inside. 5 on the clock. Here's Finney-Smith. Goes back up. Out to Thompson. The three. And KD good for 3. KD's got 34.
Boy, no hesitation right there. You see Kevin Durant assertive on the offensive end.
Eason against quickly. Pass to Walter to stop the run. It's good from long range. Walter's got 5 points so far.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now here's Durant. He's got 34. That one drops for him. KD's got 36.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
And it's quickly missing.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Thompson misses.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And the shot goes in.
Assist from.
And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Houston. Pass to Şengün. They double-team Şengün. Durant finds Eason. A three ball. Drills the three-pointer. Durant's got 39.
And once again, the defense allowing him to get a clean look at that triple. He continues to do some big-time damage from downtown.
The Rockets have gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. Now here's Thompson. He's got 5. Stolen away, and they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity.
So that's his second foul. Not a big deal yet, but you certainly don't want to pick up that third.
At the line for one.
And when it comes to team building, GA, there's been a debate about whether the 2-star or 3-star approach is more effective.
Kevin, for me, I think it comes down to fit more than anything. It doesn't matter how many stars you have if they don't mesh. And if they're not comfortable in the role that's carved out for them on that respective team.
Trains the three-pointer.
Now, Barrett has got to become more consistent, but if he adds consistent three-point shooting, turn the lights out.
And here's Thompson. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Durant finds Finney Smith. Durant against Quickly. Oh, and the jam by Durant!
Well, this is what makes Kevin Durant maybe the greatest all-around scorer in the game today. Equal proficiency from every spot on the floor.
It's Ingram on the wing. Quickly with a wide-open look. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Ingram's got 4 assists in the game. Quickly against Thompson. Ingram with the steal. He's got a clear path. Here's Quickly. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Yeah, that's about speed for Emmanuel Quickly. Just gets himself ahead of the pack.
Eason against Barrett. Pass to KD. Leaps for it.
Another monster night for Kevin Durant, one of the best scoring forwards in the history of the game.
And Toronto has possession. In the corner, Barrett with it. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Pass to Eason. It's stolen by Barrett. To the paint, here's Ingram. Durant with the steal. Now Thompson. He has 5. Finney Smith finds KD. Here's Şengün, covered by Barnes. Thompson outside. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Barrett. Last outing for Houston, it was a loss to the San Antonio Spurs.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
Here is Durant. Brandon Ingram picking up that last bucket, and it's Kevin Durant with the three. Durant's got 46 points. Raptors trail by 18. Faster quickly. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Quickly's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Raptors. And Greg, these poised veterans really seem to have triggered a shift for the Rockets.
At the same time, it's going to be Houston's young talent that determines their future, and they've already shown they can make a major impact.
Here's Toronto. They're on a 17-7 run. And it's Barrett penetrating.
To me, R.J. Barrett at his best when he takes the initiative on offense. Get aggressive to the cup.
Rockets leading by 13. On the wing, Thompson. Locked up there for Şengün. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for Jabari Smith.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, and a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
Here's Shed, still scoreless. Raptors have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
Brandon Ingram, one shot.
And so he hits the technical free throw. Barnes outside. Off the mark, and a chance to trim it to single digits. 1:56 left here in the second. Outside Durant, pass to Eason. 6 on the shot clock. Durant with it, now guarded by Ingram. And the shot goes down. KD's got 48.
Boy, this offense has revolved around him today, and rightly so. He has been fantastic.
Barnes outside. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Ingram's got his 7th assist here tonight.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Now, here's Şengün. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Spurs in San Antonio. Thompson from long range. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far. Pass to Pirtle. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Oh, he just jams it right over Şengün. Wow!
Crazy dunk from the wiry Ingram. That's going to get millions of views on whatever social media kids are using these days.
Now here's Durant. Non-stop scoring machine here.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Houston leading by 9. Pass to Eason. Three-pointer. Hits the three-point bomb. Eason's got 5.
I'll tell you, how about the playmaking from Kevin Durant? On time and on target with the pass.
Ingram kicks to Barnes. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so it's Houston, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They have been sharp from beyond the arc, putting on a terrific three-point shooting display. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out.
And that game against the Nuggets, coin toss. In fact, I'm going to make a prediction. This game goes to the last shot.
Jetstradamus. We're going to have to keep a tally of the predictions by you two. And let's talk now about the game we've been watching. What a terrific first half for the Rockets.
They're really hitting the boards, making a major effort. That's a big reason why they're up.
Well, as the rebounding expert on the crew, I'm giving them the oatmeal stamp of approval, which is hard to earn. Congrats, guys.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy, ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Raptors trail by 12. Shepard out there with Tari Eason. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Durant. And it's Şengün in at the 5, roaming the paint. And that's the group in there for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. And it's Ingram missing. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Pass to Shepard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Again, what an avalanche!
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Toronto's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Well, thanks a lot, guys. R.J. Barrett, the son of a pro hoops player, he said, quote, as a youngster, my dad programmed me to be aggressive. He always told me, go to the rim, live in the paint. When you do that, you not only score, but you force the whole defense to collapse, and you can make easy plays to hit shooters. Back over to you guys.
Playing with purpose. Allie, as always, we appreciate the reporting. Ingram wide open. The 15-footer, good. And it's 13 points for Brandon Ingram.
Their first basket in 4 tries. Let's see if that basket gets them going. It can be contagious now.
Outside, KD. Pass to Eason. It's up a 3, and it's Durant. That time on the assist from Shepard. KD's got 53.
KD, if you allow him to spot up, the easy money sniper will not miss.
Barnes outside. Misses the 3.
Oh, they feel tense to start the second half. They are 1 for 5, guys.
In the corner, it's Eason. And another 3 for Houston.
Oh, he's hot coming out of the break. 3 up, 3 down.
Raptors trail by 18. Quickly the pass to Purdy. And here's Barrett. Here's Quickly. And he banks in the layup. Quickly's got 10 points in the game.
You love that Quickly inserts himself into the play and gets the second chance bucket. That is nicely done.
Shepard with the ball. He has yet to score. Wants to get it to KD and does. Some nice passing there by Houston. Shepard, the pass to Eason. From outside the arc. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And here's quickly for 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Pass to Finney-Smith from downtown. A shot off that time.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Doris, nowadays, we see lots of high school transfers amongst elite players. One example, Scotty Barnes.
No, exactly, Kevin. This young man attended 3 different high schools, and I think what each guy is trying to do is raise the level of competition.
And here is Şengün. After Brandon Ingram getting his shot to go from deep, buries it from 3-point range. Shepard's got his first 3 points of the game.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Ingram up top. He's covered by Eason. And the foul on Tari Eason. That is his first foul of the game. Hey, Doris, for a GM trying to build a championship-level roster, what's one thing that can really help?
I think the way the salary cap is constructed, maybe the single most important thing you can do as a GM is draft well. You have to be able to find players who can contribute right away. And talent evaluation is not an exact science. The ones who do it well and don't miss on those big-time picks, that is a huge deal.
Here's Shepard. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board. And another one falls. Amazing.
His legendary career continues very close to joining that top 5 all-time scoring list.
And really, that list is the who's who of NBA history.
Approaching Michael Jordan for 5th place. Kobe, Malone, Kareem, LeBron are in spots 4 through 1. So it's an exclusive club.
Well, one thing you know about Jakob Poeltl, this guy never stops working. What a motor.
Here's Shepard. KD on the wing. And again for 3.
He's now set the team record for most threes in a game. Unreal.
And a lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure, he's positive the next one's going to go in. Now Durant, following the 3-point attempt by Scotty Barnes. Şengün with a screen on Poeltl. And Şengün throws it down. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 19 rebounds.
Even without the explosive athleticism, Şengün still able to play above the rim.
Ball's knocked loose. Now here's Ingram. D right on him. No good from outside.
Boy, normally he makes that. Defense gets lucky there.
Now here's Durant. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. Ingram with it. Now defended by Şengün. Here's Barrett. And again, Toronto no luck.
Gosh, it feels like he's pressing a little bit, and obviously playing from behind doesn't help.
Here's Durant. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Now, Kevin Durant is such a difficult check, right? You've got to guard against the shot, and this is where he can draw contact and make it so difficult.
First free throw is good. And some good young players on the Raptors, but Doris, what's their path to contention?
Well, obviously, they have some quality basketball players. Scotty Barnes is right at the top of that list, a really well-rounded player. But here's the reality for every team. You need a well-constructed roster 1 to 15, and you need to have some depth. The season is long, the possessions in the game are fast. It is really about the totality of your group.
Such a unique player. Kevin Durant, pure shooter, incredibly skilled, all at nearly 7 feet tall.
Rockets have gone 9 of 10 on their attempts in the third quarter. That is 90% from the field. What a roll they're on. Now here is Smith. Nothing on the board. Shot clock at 6. Whoops, they pick off the pass. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure. And a calm in the storm. These fans taking in the moment.
He has made it pour from outside en route to the most threes in a game in franchise history. They are enjoying a commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
KD passes to Shepard. Off target from outside. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Raptors to the inside. And he finishes nicely on the layup. 14 points for Barnes.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Now, here's Barrett. He's got 8. Good on the shot.
This is a relentless scorer who is unafraid to work on the inside. In the paint, RJ making his presence felt.
Here's Shepard. Smith the pass to KD. And Durant gets double-teamed. Capella finds Eason. There's the triple. Good, that's another bucket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. And here's Ingram from the arc. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
After hitting nothing from downtown in the first half, that's his second make sense.
Come get it.
Here's KD. In the corner, it's Capella. Pass to Shepard. And here is KD. Non-stop scoring machine here.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on you.
Opportunistic play by Scotty Barnes, recognizing his teammate makes a defensive play. Let me get out in transition.
Here's Shepard.
Switch.
KD looking around. Can't answer back with the dunk of his own. Raptors trail by 21. Here's Ingram. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Ingram's got 10 points in just the second half.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. For the Rockets, Şengün's checked in for Capella. Green comes in for Jari Eason. That's Thompson in for Shepard. Now here's Durant, and he's currently averaging more than 26 points a game. Such a force. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Here's Walter. Inside, here's Murray Boyle.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, but this run started with tighter execution at both ends, and that'll need to be maintained for them to have a chance to take the lead.
Pass to Şengün. They swipe it. Now the Raptors moving it up. And the dunk by Dick.
Grady Dick says, I've got some vertical, folks. Look out.
Rockets leading by 15. 55 seconds left to play in the third. Durant, and then Durant with the dunk.
Boy, his scoring has been a huge part of their success here. But this is not new, right? We come to expect this every night.
Pass to Walter. Shoots the three. The three-pointer is right on target. Walter's got his third bucket of the night.
Boy, nice pass. A little ball movement, a little player movement. That's how you play this game.
Now Thompson. He has 5. Green inside the three-point line. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Rockets leading by 16. Thompson with it. Lobbed up there for Durant. And good. He hits it again. 71 points. And no end in sight.
Young fella is in the zone. The defense right now looks helpless.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for Houston. A sensational night for him continues as he cranks his three-point made total even higher on what has been a historic night for him. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's right there on display.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. Walter out there with Emmanuel quickly. Then there's Dick and Murray Boyles in at center. Green finds Durant, 6 to shoot, connects again from distance.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep.
And it's a four-way tie now. Himself, Curry, Zach LaVine, and Dame Lillard.
Pass to Şengün, out to Thompson, from deep. And that one drops for him.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense. Trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor low enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone. Yeah, if you're playing that power forward position, you overcome a lack of size with great hops.
Green left side. Out left to the wing. Here's Walter. Good on the triple.
Always looking for an outlet. You see quickly keeping his head on a swivel there.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Outside, Green. Durant in the corner. From past the arc. Good! Another from three.
There it is. A shot that puts him at the top of the record book.
Well, Greg is now tied for the mark for most threes in a single game. In one word, amazing.
He passed Curry's high a little earlier. Now he's matched Clay's mark. Didn't think we'd see a show like this coming into tonight.
Connects again from distance.
And that is a three that will put him in the record books.
A historic performance by a historically good shooter. One of the best games anybody has ever had.
And Klay Thompson's mark of 14 is bested. What a shooting display.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Houston making a switch here. Okogie's checked in. And the Raptors also making a change. Ingram's checked in. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. TB1 complained about the review process. The longer the review, the more it disrupts the flow of the game.
That's exactly right, Kevin. You have the best athletes in the world competing at the highest level, and then all of a sudden it stops. And if the duration is too long, it takes the players out of rhythm. It drives the viewers at home crazy. This is something that us television people can go absolutely nuts about.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from three-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Outside, KD. Şengün with a screen on Ingram. Okogie for three, and it's Murray Boyles with the rebound. Raptors trail by 20. Here's Mahmoud Kalashvili.
And one area where they haven't struggled has been transition.
Yeah, they've had less success when they allow the defense to get set. That's why they want to keep pushing the pace.
Outside, KD. Out to Thompson. Fires for three. Rebound by the Raptors.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively. Oh, great ball movement there.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Check in for the Raptors.
Number 4, Scotty Barnes.
Rockets leading by 16. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. They double team KD. For three, Smith. Offensive rebound. Pass to Okogie. Smith outside. 5 to shoot. Over Ingram. And good! There's another.
And he is ripping through this defense and continues his assault on the record books.
That score moving him clearly into second place for most points in a game.
To think that he has eclipsed Kobe's mark of 81 and now has his sights set on 100. This is a game you'll be talking about for decades. And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
And GA, strong work all around, and the rebound and the stuff both. Wow. So here we are, Greg, looking at this roster of the Raptors. What is the path to contention?
Well, perhaps an opening in the East for them to make a move. Going from good to great, it's tougher and will require them to develop or acquire some superstar talent.
Pass to Barnes. Back to Ingram. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Barnes can't get it to go.
This guy hit a couple of threes in the first half, but since then it's been a little bit of a struggle.
Strikes again. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Pass to Walter. Now, here's Quickly. And the Raptors miss again.
I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
KD finds Thompson. Here's Okogie. Toronto grabs the miss. Quickly's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Walter. Down low. Here's Murray Boyle. Houston leading by 18. Here's Thompson. Lobbed up there for KD.
That's the size and reach of Kevin Durant at the rim. Yes, sir.
Toronto, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the 4th. Lets it go from 11. Out to Ingram. Fires the 3. The rebound by KD. Houston's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the 4th and been successful 3 times. Smith on the wing. Quickly covering. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And just the way pilots use VR to train, now NBA officials can do the same.
Yeah, it's all about reps, right? Getting them with the headset and a lower. Setting. Prepare them to make the right call when the lights are brightest.
A darn good free throw shooter. Smith doesn't seem to have a weak spot coming into the league.
Pirtle, he's checked in for Toronto. He hits both from the stripe. Now here's Barnes. Ingram outside. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant. Durant's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Şengün. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Here's Barnes. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, you love the commitment from Scotty Barnes. Made his decision, makes the contact, and the end one.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Houston.
The 3-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, have they.
Well, I also noticed, guys, how much they moved the ball in this one. Selfless, willing to pass the ball to a teammate with a better look.
And slam dunk by Ingram.
And how about when Ingram turns on the Jets, especially there in transition.
And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for the Rockets. It's an 18-point lead. Şengün inside. Hurdles there. Knocks down the 3-ball. Okogie's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Raptors trail by 21. Pass to Walter. Got loose. Stolen by Durant. So, Greg, in 2021, the NBA creating the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Champion Award. It's so great to recognize the work that's being done by so many NBA players.
It does, Kevin. And these players who are not just giving back, but giving a voice to the less fortunate and trying to shape policy towards justice and equality.
Quickly the pass to Pirtle, and the dunk by Pirtle.
I think this guy's a threat to throw it down every time Pirtle gets his hands on the ball. This guy has tremendous size and takes advantage.
And here's Thompson. Pass to KD. And Durant gets double teamed. 4 on the clock for 3 at Kobe.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Walter, good.
Boy, as strong as he's been, they're going to need him to continue shouldering the load to try to break through.
Ingram against Durant. Durant drawing the double team. Şengün kicks to Smith. Off target from three-point range. Here's Ingram. Şengün with the rebound. Houston leading by 20. Outside Durant. To the middle. KD on the wing. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And with NBA defenses more spread out than ever, Doris, teams are getting more aggressive, looking for offensive rebounds.
They are, Kevin, because it can be a valuable asset to get extra possessions. You're winning on the margins if you do that. And let's remember, certain guys just have a knack for getting offensive rebounds, so why not let those guys work?
And now we'll take a moment for our presentation of our player of the game, Kevin Durant.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. For 3, Barrett. It's rebounded by Houston. Smith's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Nice move. KD can't get it to go. Raptors trail by 20. On the wing quickly. And the Raptors miss again.
I mean, apparently he still has the green light to shoot threes, but he is in an absolute funk right now.
Ingram with the steal. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. There at the pass to Pirtle. And Alperen Şengün gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And it's a completely new group for Toronto.
Team foul. Substitution on the court.
1:33 left to play here in the 4th. Pass to Dick. Just 5 to shoot. Looking to get it going. Mamu Kelishvili. That one doesn't drop. Rockets leading by 20.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Rockets.
They really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Kevin Durant.
You love this guy's confidence. He believes every shot is going in, and boy, a whole lot of them did.
40 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. So the wing on the left. Right side, Kevin Durant. Pass to Şengün. 5 to shoot. Houston needs to get a shot up. And KD the bucket on the assist by Şengün.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
tears shed. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that'll do it, folks. For Dorisburg, Greg Anthony, and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in tonight. And now, our player of the game, Kevin Durant.